The FAME Invoice Management is a part of the FAME accounting module. The FAME accounting module covers the bookkeeping requirements of the building industry, configurated for developments, construction, and operation. The functions are a part of the FAME Life Cycle Management solution. The Invoice module runs as a standalone solution or in combination with other FAME modules to complete the FAME Life Cycle Management solution from the financial view. The FAME system manages the TCO, total cost of ownership. FAME explains the TCO approach at a separate video. This video explains the invoice functions only. First, an overview about the concept. The invoice functions handle outgoing and incoming invoices. The invoice management can be linked with the budget management module to overview the estimates and revenues. First, we explain the workflow for outgoing invoices. The user has the option to create an outgoing invoice exclusive, without a link to other processes. We explain the most integrated workflow. The workflow starts with the tender or performance request. The tender contains single tender positions. The FAME user creates an offer based on the single positions of the tender. If the client accepts the offer and he executes the order, the FAME user changes the status from offer to order with a simple click. The system copied the offer position to order positions. Maybe the partners clarify the order with a separate purchasing contract. In this case, the FAME user creates a separate contract with the FAME contract module. This contract triggers automatically the payments. As an example, payments for installments, or monthly payments for energy consumptions, or the monthly payment of a services fee. The order payments can link with the FAME work ticket system to manage the invoice payment progress automatically. If all tickets of an order done, the system generates automatically the invoice and sends an invoice approval request to the selected approver. The higher management or accountant check and clears the invoice. After clearing, the system sends the invoice automatically, for an example with email, to the client and sets the invoice status to transmitted and open. The reminder management runs automatically. The system overviews also the payments. Next, we explain the workflow for incoming invoices. Every incoming invoice can be booked separate. We explain the most integrated workflow. The FAME user creates with the FAME tender module a request for quotation. The tender process can be done online. The awarded company gets the order. The purchasing function triggers the order process automatically. As an option, the budget module controls, at every supply phase, the cost bottom line. FAME offers functions to register the incoming invoices manually or automatically. FAME supports different invoice exchange formats. A function to capture the incoming invoice manually is also available. The link to the order positions routes the incoming invoice positions automatically to the dashboard of the predefined invoice approver. The approver carries out the first-level review and approval. If all position of an order pass the approval, the incoming invoice appears on the leading cost controller for a final approval. After the cost controller clears the invoice appears at the dashboard of the accountants to trigger the final payment process. The accountant checks the bank account's information and clears the invoice finally. The payment process runs automatically. For an example with the SCP, a file transfer order to the company bank. As explained before, all functions can be overviewed with the FAME budget module to avoid unexpected costs. The next slide shows the invoice and payment workflow in detail. The invoice can be created manually by the user or created automatically by the system, for an example based on the contract module, on predefined dates, or at every first workday at a month. The system creates automatically the due invoices. For an example, for a monthly cleaning service, or with smart meter integration for the monthly energy consumption. Work tickets have the option to trigger automatically invoices with several invoice positions. If the technician has done his work and changed the ticket status from in progress to done, the system generates immediately automatically the invoice. maybe with work and spare part costs. The FAME system generates the invoices with no additional effort and without any delay. However, all invoices without any exception appears for an approval at the dashboard of the supervisor. After the invoice clearing is done, the payment process starts. Depending on the agreement with the client, the system offers a credit card payment. FAME supports a credit card and wallet payment system with the major credit card companies. Or the client agrees with a direct debit mandate. Or the system overviews the payment remittance process. FAME supports international bank data exchange standards like SCP. We explain now the incoming invoice and payment workflow. FAME offers an invoice collection form with scan function to transfer analog incoming invoices to a digital format. FAME supports also different data transfer standards for a digital invoice exchange. However, all incoming invoices appear at the approval dashboard. After the clearing, the invoices appears at the payment clearing dashboard. At the payment dashboard appears also automatically monthly due payments. After the payment clearing, the system generates automatically a transfer voucher or a SCP, a payment transfer file. We show now some functions live. That is a short overview. Please check the additional detailed trainings. Detailed trainings for tender, order, purchasing, payment, and invoice management available. All the approval dashboards working similar. We explain as an example the first level approval dashboard. The approver opens his approval dashboard. All not cleared, incoming, and outgoing invoices positions appear on his dashboard. He opens the invoices with click on the plus symbol. Only the invoice positions, which are linked to him as the approver, appears on his dashboard. He has the option to open the scanned invoice with the FAME document viewer for detailed information. If the invoice position passed successful the review, he clicks on the check button to clear the position. He can add some comments for the next review level. If all invoice positions cleared, maybe from different approver, the whole invoice appears automatically at the final invoice approval dashboard. If the invoice also passes this approval, the invoice appears at the accountant's dashboard for the payment process. This video gives a general overview about the FAME invoice handling functions. Please check also the special training for invoice management and payments. Don't hesitate to contact FAME or one of our partners for further information.